But people do that all the time, every day.
People do that, but here we'll go past that. A logical thinking woman. You are $50 million.
Is she logical thinking if she's in pain and broken though?
Is she
Let's
logically thinking?
lie on that for a minute.
Okay, let's take a moment for that. Is she logically thinking if she's in pain and if she's broken? Here's what I'll say. She was logical enough to bring him in, to say I'm going to heal, to tell my husband we bring him in, we're going to heal him, we're going to do all these things. She's logical enough to go through the process of trying to heal him mentally and all these things. And then, you get to the point where it's physical. Now,
do you think that was her intention, though? We don't know what the intentions were. Maybe in the beginning that's what it was, and then it developed into something more. And that's what it sounded like happened. And like I said before, I'm not taking sides. I'm not justifying anything that she did, Will did, or August did. But everybody has to be accountable for their part in it.
Okay. Well, we'll say this. Screw the deed. She did the deed, all right? I'm a husband. Me and wife having problems. She done went out there and she done messed around, screwed 22-year-old R&B singer and came back like we good and straight. All right, I'm a little hot about that, all right? Gunshot again.
Do you know that she came back like everything was straight, though? They sat at the table and they said that they therapized about it. They've had several conversations and everything about it. So after she was doing... They went their separate ways.
Yes.
They were doing whatever it was that they were doing. And somewhere along the way, they decided that, okay, like, I want my relationship back.
But here's the problem, and it's the problem that Will has. And Will said it towards the end. Because he stated it towards the end.
What did he state?
He stated... dealing with your stuff. He said it as in, okay, we split, we do our thing. Then maybe with Will, he know how to do his thing on the low and keep the family name good. But he looking at Jay like it's always something, and you got a name out here. If you're gonna do this, use the right candidate. Don't use the mentally ill R&B singer who's wanting to scrump when he get himself right and you scrumping because you attracted to him. What are you doing, Jada?
So she wrong for not covering it up.
No, she's wrong. You got to take your time.
She got to get the right candidate so it won't come out and make the family look bad.
You see, Will been doing that. What the room at on Will with any of these women? We ain't got none. We ain't got not one. We ain't got not one of Will doing dirt anywhere, because if he is doing anything, which they have had that breakup, so he probably has. He has been doing it like he's worked for the damn CIA. The man is, I'm telling you, he's unblemished. And then you have a situation where, okay, the deed comes out.
So is the issue that it got out or that it happened?
The issue is how it was handled. I feel like Jada was disingenuous. I feel like she was lackadaisical. I feel like she was very comfortable and lollygaggy through the whole damn interview, through the whole thing. And then the fact that it just so happened to turn out to be perfect for your own show and you get to break some records on YouTube, that's a little convenient for ratings also. That's a little convenient. Are you compromising or risking what you have for ratings? I don't even know. I don't even want to get to that part. But I want to get to...
I feel like with that part, maybe she was just setting an example to say, hey, I'm not bigger than this red table. Like, I can bring myself to this red table. Like, if I'm truly trying to heal, then I'm going to...
If I'm looking
because all of this stuff is in the news, like, okay, this is my statement back. Like, I'm going to take some time, and then me and my husband are going to come to this table, and we're going to discuss it together as a unit.
And I get that, but I feel like it wasn't genuine. I feel like when she brought up that damn word entanglement, and Will had to question mark her like entanglement, or you mean relationship?
After she said it the second time.
Yes.
Because the second time he was saying, okay, like, we need for you to break it down. Yeah. And that's
clearly.
I feel like that's what he was asking her to do.
I can
break
tell
it down.
Y'all right now.
So when she started breaking it down, though, is that where everybody was mad because she was stating her side of the story?
Because you wanted to coat the bull crap.
Detail?
You wanted to coat the bull crap with a word like entanglement. Jada probably never used that word.
Her, he said relationship, and she said, okay,
but he had to correct her, and that shows where she comes from when she was sitting at that table. You ain't always open being real. If I gotta say, bro, you using the bullshit word. Okay. What you saying?
Maybe she ain't want to share that part with the world.
I mean, you don't need to come to the table.
I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying.
You don't even need to come to the table if you're not ready to put it all out there like you claim you are. So
she didn't have to come to the table at all.
But that's the thing. She benefited so much from the table and the ratings. That's a double-edged sword right there. So, Will, relationship. She confirms, yes, a relationship. So, we're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with it, y'all. During the healing process, it's going to be a great movie one day, whenever they put it together. I can see it on, I don't know, BET something. It's going to be on some movie. They're going to put it together somehow. Her healing the sick and down. I mean, August was passing out, having seizures on stage and all that stuff, losing weight. And she comes through like a superwoman and starts getting his mental back together, getting his health back together. And then it would have been great. If they would have float on off and went to the sunset, fell in love, I probably had no problem with the whole damn thing. But it's the fact that...
It would have been a problem regardless. It would have been a problem regardless.
My problem is she's clearly saying that, hey, man, I was giving him some sex and then he got too carried away when I had to cut the boy off.
All right.
What the hell are you surprised at, Jada, that the mentally unstable boy can't handle getting the cuckoo from you? Where's your logical thinking? Jeez Louise.
Who is logically thinking?
Will Smith is logically thinking through the entire process.
Sex or when they're trying to have sex with someone.
Man,
like how many people?
I ain't even look, y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm keeping 100.
Since we going in on Jada for a minute, let's think about like how many men have dealt with young, unstable women. Let's think about that for a second.
Yes, no question. Yes.
Whether they was physically, mentally sick or whatever. And even go as far as having kids with them. Mm-hmm. And now, she crazy. She crazy. Man, I don't know what's wrong with her.
The perception that Jada gives off is someone that's very mentally deep, insightful, thoughtful. Mm-hmm. Okay? I'm a freaking thousandaire. I'm not a millionaire. Even I'm not risking embarrassment. I'm not risking nothing going on with my situation because I see an attractive person who I know is unstable. I'm not going to risk that.
You sure?
I'm a millionaire.
Never say no.
I'm telling you right now, I'm a millionaire. I got million type of million. Think I'm going to take the time to deal with the nut case over there because she got a fat butt? No, you ain't. I'm not getting in your energy like that. You don't deserve my sex because you're not mentally able to handle my sex. And then I can't. Then I got to deal with the fallout. And then who would I look at the end when you start going crazy? My damn self. That's what I look at. That's what I look at with Jada.
Is she not looking at her damn self now?
No, I feel like there was zero accountability. I feel like when Will Smith called it transgression, she quickly corrected him and said, "I don't look at this as a transgression. Look at it as a journey." Can you please stop with all these cover words, journey, entanglement, and all this?
So y'all mad because she using certain words to describe? She said she did not look at it as a transgression because of what she learned from it.
I'll tell you this. Let's flip this, and I want you to be...
She said she acknowledged that she was emotionally immature. Mm-hmm. So basically saying that she wasn't completely healed.
Okay.
And I think people just get so irritated and mad when somebody talks about healing. But really, a lot of people need healing. You got to constantly evolve and constantly heal. Like, you're never...
I'll say this.
Are you ever really there?
We go. All right, I'll ask this question, y'all, and I want Lonnie to be 100,000% straightforward with me.
Okay.
In 2020, in today's world, flip the script. Mm-hmm. Will and Jada split. It comes out that Will's been screwing a 21-year-old R&B singer. They get at the table to talk about all the issues, and Will comes off like, "Yo, Jada, I was healing, and then we ended up in an entanglement, and it was my journey, and I feel it's not a transgression." You telling me
are you
that the women at home, Maine, America, is going to accept these type of answers from a man talking to a woman about him screwing the 21-year-old sick, unstable girl that he was helping?
So are you asking I'm asking
me?
You. Are you asking me as an individual, or are you asking the women at home in America?
I'm going to ask
because
you, and then I want you to break it down.
You know for a fact that I am looking at it's never black and white, and so I want to hear the whole story.
Okay. So from your perspective,
and I am always looking at the psychological piece of it.
Face value.
So for me, if Will
saying all that 21-year-old
Will was saying
Will is screwing Ariana Grande,
we would be having the same conversation. I don't know about the rest of the women in America, but you and I would be having the same conversation because I definitely look at the psychological piece of it, especially dealing with our black men. Why we do the things we do.
We don't get these passes, man. We don't get these passes.
Y'all feel like y'all don't get these passes.
A man coming up there talking about some entanglements and stuff, women gonna be like, "Nah, say exactly what you did."
And you know what?
Say what you got going on. And she's a young 21-year-old girl. Oh, they would have jumped all over Will.
You know what I think? Black women all right, so are we talking about women or black women?
Oh, man. Here we go, guys. Dear God. All right. Whoa. Now.
Did we go too far left?
All right. Black women, I got number love for y'all. I will
don't start.
I will say this. We're referring to all women.
Okay.
But if you feel like there's a certain race that may lean towards not giving passes in these situations, then you can't say black women. But
I ain't even gonna get into it. We'll talk about that.
We'll give you some of that
individually.
Look, we'll talk about that off air. We'll talk about it off air. Off air. Gunshot. Shout out to my black women. So, I have to ask, what did you come away learning from the Red Table Talk in their experience? What did you come away with? Is there a lasting thought of them? Yeah, a lasting thought of them, or a lasting thought that you might have brought home to yourself after hearing what they went through?
Okay.
Is there anything you took from their whole...
I'm not going to say that I learned anything. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say what I took away from it and what I respect about it is the level of communication that they had with one another to sit there at this table mm-hmm. and to present your marital issues mm-hmm. to the whole world.
Okay.
Knowing that they are, a lot of people's couple goals.
Yes.
And, like I'm very funny about saying, like what my goals. Other people are not my goals because you don't know what people go through behind closed doors.
Very true.
And so the whole communication level of it, mm-hmm. I respect that. The level of vulnerability mm-hmm. that was there. And then what I really just take away from it is that they are freaking human, just like the rest of us. Okay. But I think I'm not going to say we because I don't include myself in it. I think the world kind of like puts people on a pedestal and then you don't give them room to make mistakes. Okay. Just because they have... I guess because they are influencers, yes, and then you have to hold yourself to this level of accountability, yes. Mm-hmm. I do believe that. But also at the same time, people make mistakes every day.
Very true.
And if they are willing to work through their issues, who are we to say, oh, you full of shit?
Hey, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all now. I said this off air. I say it again. If Jada Pinkett Smith came out and said, guys... Me and Will was going through some issues. We had a split. Little hot tamale R&B guy was trying to help out. I got a little physically attracted to him. I gave him a little sexual attention. And then, I faded off. And then he wild. If you would have came out and said
y'all
straight up.
Y'all just wanted her to say it a certain way.
Y'all
didn't want her to give all the background.
If you're going to sit at the table and tell me that you're going to open up yourself like a book, I need you to be genuine.
Okay.
So
was she not genuine because she was...
I feel like her demeanor wasn't genuine.
Because she was talking about healing and because she was talking...
It seemed like she wanted to use a lot of excuses for how you ended up to where you ended up.
So now y'all can tell people how to...
How to answer? How to respond, how to answer. No, I'm not going to tell you how to. Okay. But I'm going to tell you when you sound like
you're going to tell her which words
I'm going to tell you when you sound like you're full of shit. You can do whatever you want. And the people have the option to react wherever they want. Mm-hmm. And that's the feeling... through a lot of people listening to Jada Smith. But I'll tell you this, I'll come away with this right here. I'll tell you, man, that Will Smith, man, got a lot of patience. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something as a man. Y'all don't know how hard it is. A lot of patience.
Definitely.
He's very, I'm very overly impressed on how he has not slipped one time to say anything overly negative or give the press anything to work with. Will has definitely just stayed focused, tunnel vision, communicated with his wife to get through the issues and done it the right way. And he's sitting up, I'm telling you right now, 85% of men, we can't sit up there. You think I can't even sit up there with my girl and we're going to talk about the guy that she been having sex with and to listen to her tell me that she ain't felt good in so long.
Millions of dollars to protect, you might be able to.
As in protect the marriage.
How many years have they been acting?
Are we referring to like divorce, splitting money and all that good stuff? No,
I'm just referring to the empire that they have built.
Very true. That's another thing. You also want to fight to keep the empire together. That's probably
they got a lot of stuff to lose.
Probably another reason why Will Smith is ticked off at Jada. Like, bro, we got an empire. We is A-listers out here.
You don't let our stuff out the bag.
You let our stuff out the bag for this little boy, this little singing R&B boy. You ain't even go get Idris Elba. Nobody. You ain't got him. That's what you're doing. That's what we doing.
So Bill
Bellamy, 4 years older than I.
Bill Bellamy says that he need to stay in his place. August needs to stay in his place. Like, he needs to recognize that he a side nigga.
Oh, no